Hey there, it's Stacy with Home Organized Tribe, and I'm back with another 2-minute tidy tip. If you caught my last tip, we focused on quick fixes for those overwhelming hotspots. But what if clutter is everywhere and you don't know where to begin? It's overwhelming to even think about it because so many people reach to me with exactly this issue. So don't worry, today's tip number 49 is all about starting in one room that bugs you the most. Let's face it, when you're feeling swamped, picking the spot that stresses you out the most can bring you the biggest sense of relief. So, I want you to start thinking about that one spot that drives you freaking crazy in the house because we're going to start there. All right, so let's dive in. So, first up, I told you we're going to pick that room. So, I want you to really ask yourself, which room do I walk in and immediately feel annoyed or overwhelmed with? Now, I know you might be saying, Stacy, it's all of them, but I want you to really think about which one is the worst, the one that drives you craziest, because I want to start where it's going to help you the most. Maybe it's the kitchen where the dishes are piling up or there's stuff all over the countertops. It could be your bedroom or your closet because of all the clothes, and it's frustrating to even try to get dressed in the morning. I need you to decide where is the most frustrating room in the house to you. Okay. Number two, I want you to begin with one small spot. I don't want you to try to fix the whole room or an entire area all at once. It's way too overwhelming. So I want you to pick a single surface, like a corner or of the counter or the top of your dresser or the top of your nightstand, or maybe it's just one section of the closet. Okay. If you've watched any of my lives, you'll hear me talk about that, like just picking just the shirts, just the pants, right? So if you're tackling your closet, it's just one section like that. All right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to try to dive in and really decide, what are we keeping, what are we tossing, and what needs to be relocated. So for instance, if you're cleaning off the kitchen countertops, there might be some stuff laying around that you need to relocate to another room. Okay? So that's what I mean there. So that tiny win can give you a burst of motivation to keep going. That's why we start with a really small spot and we get the quick win. Okay? Number three is work outward from visible surfaces. So once you've handled that first spot, that one section, right, then we're going to move on to other surfaces in that same room. So for instance, if you were going to tackle a part of the counter in the kitchen, maybe you're going to tackle another section of the counter in the kitchen, or maybe that's when you want to start with one drawer or one cabinet in the kitchen. Okay? Makes sense? I want you to keep it that simple so that you don't get overwhelmed and you don't tackle it all at once so you feel buried in clutter that you're like taking out of the closet or taking out of the cabinets. That's a recipe for disaster. All right, tip number 4, or I should say step number 4, I want you to build simple habits. This one is so key, you guys. Clutter piles up so quickly. So we need to make sure you have a system. Where I see people struggle the most is they dive in, they try to organize something, but they never really set up a system. For instance, your clothes. Where do you get undressed at the end of the day? Do you end up throwing your work clothes over a chair on the floor somewhere in the closet? I want you to stop doing that. Where do they go? Do they need to be hung up? Do they need to go in the dirty clothes? That simple little process, that step will help you from it not piling up and you getting overwhelmed and having to dig things, right? Same thing with the kitchen counter. When you walk in the house, don't just put everything, the mail, your purse, the bags, all this stuff all over the counter, because that means you have to touch it again. Where does it go? Put it where it goes. That way you're building simple habits, right? I want you to commit to doing a quick weekly check-in. So think about it. If you just took 5-10 minutes at the end of the day to make sure you walk around and tidy up and put things back in the room they belong, it would make a big difference. And I know you don't feel like it, but I promise you, if you stick to this small little habit, you'll start to really see a big difference. These small habits prevent the mess from sneaking back. I promise you, it's something I practice all the time in my house. All right, so let's break it down and recap one more time because that's it for tip number 49. So here's what you're going to do next. Number 1, pinpoint the room that's really driving you crazy and commit to starting there. Number 2, clear off just one surface today. I want you to feel a sense of accomplishment. So remember, keep it small, keep it simple. Number 3, keep going. Little by little is what our goal is here. Eventually, you will see a major transformation, but we have to take baby steps. And finally, number 4, if you are ready and you are craving a simple step-by-step roadmap to really track your progress, to stay on track, I should say, this is exactly what my Tidy Tribe Cleaning Calendar system is all about. And I'm adding that word system to the back of it because I really want you guys to understand that that is why people are so successful. Over 2,000 people at the time of recording this are using my Tidy Tribe Cleaning Calendar system because it helps them get control and stay in control of their clutter, their organizing, and their cleaning. So if you need help, see the show notes, sign up, let me help you. All right, that is it, you guys. You can do it. I can't wait to hear all about your success. So until the next 2-minute tidy tip, happy decluttering, and thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a 2-minute tidy tip. Have a great day.